What's going on, guys? Welcome back. I just finished up 9 holes earlier. I was gonna play 18, but there's a huge group of seniors in front of me, so I cut it short and went and hit the range afterwards. Worked on a couple things, but it came to me that I do these breaking 80 videos and I've been trying to break 80, but I haven't ever given my tips on how to break 90 or even breaking 100. I'm hoping to give you guys some sort of advantage walking into your next round. So with that, we're gonna go into my top 10 ways to break 100 or 90. The first way is going to be your mental fortitude. Anybody that's a fan of Ted Lasso, you know the saying of mind like a goldfish. And the reason why you want to have a mind like a goldfish is because a goldfish forgets every 10 seconds or 20 seconds of its life or something like that. So whenever you're out there on the course, you want to forget the bad shots. You want to forget the bad holes or forget that you just sliced it 40 yards into the other fairway. We've all been there. Forgetting this and keeping that mental fortitude tough will allow you to move on past that and keep working towards your goal. The second tip, and this is a big one, and I feel like a lot of people should be playing like this, but you play every single hole as a par 5. So with your par 3s, you have 2 extra strokes on there. With your par 4s, you have 1 extra stroke. And on your par 5s, you only have to worry about parring. Now, what does this do for you? At the end of your score, you should have a 90 if you shot a 5 on each hole, thus breaking 100. And if you do better than that, you're breaking 90. The third tip I have is a solid warm-up. You want to be able to get to the course early, you want to hit the range, you want to chip a little bit, and then you want to putt. Now, some people will putt before they go hit the range. It really doesn't matter. You just really want a solid warm-up and get a routine warm-up as well. The fourth tip is to minimize penalties, and this is pretty cut and simple. A couple bad tee shots here and there off to the rights and into the out of bounds and everything can ruin your entire round. So with that, minimizing the penalties and hitting into the hazards or the red stakes is huge on your scorecard. Going back into that, the fifth tip I have is the crucial tee shots. You want to make sure that your tee shots are perfect. Minimizing mistakes off your tee shots will help you with your score tremendously. Being in the middle of the fairway or off into the rough just a little bit gives you a better chance of beating a GIR or a greens in regulation. Now, speaking of greens, the sixth tip is minimizing our putts. Minimizing the amount of putts that we have in a round is huge. Obviously, putts are strokes. So the less putts that we have to make, the better our scorecard. Now, I know you're probably like, yeah, well, no shit, dude. But what I'm really talking about is cutting out the 3 putts, making good lag putts, and thinking that the hole is in that 3-foot range. If we can get our putts anywhere within that 3-foot range, we should be making that next putt. Obviously, things happen. I miss those putts too. But minimizing the amount of putts that we have to get to that 3-foot range, we should be making more putts. Tip number 7 is going to be following through on our chip shots. Now, I know a lot of you are probably struggling with your chipping, and a lot of it could be just because you're not following through with your chips. Either we're short side and worrying about it going too far, or we're trying to make a simple chip and not following through. Following through will give you the distance that you need and a solid shot on top of that. The 8th tip is using the par 5s to our advantage. Now, a lot of courses, and depending on which tee you play from, the par 5s should be reachable within 3. Some of us can reach them in 2. With that being said, adding this in and making it a scoreable hole will help our scorecard at the end of our round. The 9th tip I have for you is just to make easy and simple swings. We don't need to kill it. We don't need to power fade it or super draw it or punch it as hard as we can. Simple shots with simple clubs. Even if that means clubbing up a little bit and not making it to the green, but on the edge or the fringe or even 50 feet out. Playing golf simple will make it simple for you to be able to break 90 and break 100. The last tip I cannot stress enough, but is to have fun with the game. I know golf can be stressful. I know it can get in our heads. It gets in my head every single time. You hear it on the videos. You hear me cussing. It's just golf. That's what golf is. Golf is frustrating. Golf is, we all try and be better at it and get better at it. And the only way that we can get better at it is with practice and actually putting these tips and these techniques and this fundamentals and everything all in one and put it into one round. Having fun with golf will make the round fun. It'll make you feel less stressed and you'll be able to make more birdies or pars or anything else like that. But always remember, you still have to stay locked if you're trying to break like 80s and hit par and everything else like that. Have fun, but stay locked. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys enjoy these tips. Hopefully, they help you out a little bit. If they do, please be sure to hit that like button. Don't forget to comment down below what your favorite tip was. And of course, subscribe to the channel. We'll see you in the next one.